Okay, so today we are going to shift gears and talk about poop. Not a usual subject I come on here and talk about. So first, I want to tell you why I'm going to talk about this. And if you remember, last week, first of all, was getting a message that maybe I needed more water. So I significantly increased my water intake because as we are shifting our DNA from carbon-based to crystalline-based, it's going to take a lot more water to power our cells. So I increased my water, but then I was thinking like, oh, I should go ahead and take these detox supplements that I won, this cleansing trio. It did not work for my body. Like, my body freaked out a couple of hours after I started taking them. Like, not even in enough time, I would think, to get into my system. And I stuck with it for a couple of days before I was like, this is actually not working. I need to listen to my body. And I'm not having detox symptoms. I'm not like, my whole body just came to a complete halt, which is highly unusual for me. And I'm actually don't really have any digestive or stomach related issues. And so I stopped what I was doing. I actually tuned in and meditated on it and asked my body, what in the hell is going on? And I got some interesting information that I thought might be useful to others. So that is why I'm sharing it with you. But basically, they said a couple of things. First of all, we are more embodied in our bodies, and so we are more sensitive and conscious of what's happening in them. Like, we can just feel it more. But also that everything we've known and learned about how our bodies work, we're probably going to have to throw out the window as time goes by, because they're just going to function differently. So just because I could do something yesterday doesn't mean I can do it today. It doesn't mean I can do it tomorrow. And also what my body might need day by day is going to change. So they actually told me that I have to pause and tune in and connect with each and everything I want to put in or on my body, which I've now been doing for a week. It's a little bit tedious sometimes, but it really is pulling me out of the habit of just like, I take this supplement every day, or this supplement should be good for me, or I should use this oil right now, or whatever. Like, it doesn't take long, but it's tuning into the intelligence of the item and really asking like, does it want to work with me right now? And is it what my body needs right now? And so that is number one. So then, after 3 or 4 days of my system just being jacked up, I also tuned in to be like, what do I need to remedy this situation? Because I'm trying all the DIY remedies and like nothing is working for me. And they told me I had to get a colon cleanse. And I was like, seriously? This is not something I would normally do. Not for any particular reason, except it doesn't sound like a fun way to spend my day. So I had to laugh because I have learned, like, this is what spirit does to me. They know I won't go like all the way to whatever it is I really need to do. And so they like baby step me there. And so I had to be miserable for 3 or 4 days to accept what they really wanted me to do in the first place. So I was feeling bad enough to consider their request. And in doing that, I was asking a little bit more about like, why do you always make me do all this crazy stuff? And what they actually said was that because they know I will share about it. And that as our bodies are changing, we need to be more open to what in the past may have seemed to be much more either alternative or weird or just a little more out there type of healing methods. And actually, I mean, I don't think a colon cleanse is that far out there. It's just that a lot of people, I think, are scared of it. And so they ask me to do these things because I will share them with you, which meant I then had to share this story with you. So if you're still hanging in here with me, the whole lead up to the story is to tell you I went and got a colon cleanse yesterday, and it was not scary. It was actually somewhat relaxing. And at some point, a few hours afterwards last night, I all of a sudden realized, I was like, oh my God, I feel so much better. And not just like in an intestinal way, like all of a sudden my head was like sparkling clear, like it has not been since I got sick last month, which was part of what I had a feeling. I had a feeling there was a whole energetic piece wrapped up in this cleanse. And it was interesting because obviously, you know, it lasts about 45 minutes, and probably for about 30 minutes of it, I was more focused on kind of the physical portion of the cleanse. But in the last 15 minutes, I really like kind of meditated and focused on just like anything that is held in my body that I no longer need. I am releasing this now. And I could feel the energetic shift and feel the release of a lot of energy that was held in my liver, in my intestines, in my colon, and just really releasing it. And I mean, I felt fine, you know, throughout the whole thing and afterwards, but it was like a few hours later when I was just like, I felt really super like grounded and clear. And I woke up today and I feel really good. And I'm like, man, Spirit knew what they were talking about. So this shouldn't be something that I need to do on a especially regular basis, but and I'm not saying just like run out and do a colon cleanse. What I'm saying is, if you are tuned into your body and you are getting messages about this, don't be afraid of this method. It was just fine. Nothing horrible happened. And in fact, in the one where I went, and if you're local, let me know. I'll send you a referral. You're in control of the whole system. So the practitioner is not in the room. You insert the tube yourself. You control the water flow. You control the temperature. Like, you do the whole thing basically yourself, but in their office. And they come and check on you. So anyhow, send me your messages if you have questions about colon cleanses.